Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is December the 15th, 2020. Only the beginning. Strong hand, buying over crying. Personal responsibility is the new counterculture. Buy and hold. This game is not rigged. Golden age of the 2020s. Oh, we're going to talk about that. And being in motion. I'm in motion. 5-digit route. I'm offended by selling. Compete, don't complain. Have some conviction, people. Oh, be a unique beast. We're going to talk about being a unique beast right now. Hello, my elite friends. Do you have questions? I have answers. Type in BitcoinMeister, do a super chat, get my attention, ask the question, I will answer it. All right. So the big news of the day, I've been working on this behind the scenes for a little bit. I've told you about Coinbeast before. They're a Bitcoin news organization, you can say, a Bitcoin information organization, trying to be like a cool CoinDesk or Cointelegraph. I've told you that I've gotten someone Dennis hooked up with them because he was in motion because of me. Well, I met these guys, back in Calgary in 2018. And it's about being in motion. You meet people, you never know what's going to come up in the future. Well, they wanted me to be their TikTok guy. Yes. So starting tomorrow on their TikTok channel, it's tiktok.com/@CoinbeastMedia. It is linked to below. Like it. Pound that like button on them. Follow them if you're on TikTok, okay? I'm going to be their TikTok guy. So what was it? It's a partnership between the unique beast, the Bitcoin Meister, and Coinbeast. And I have creative control over it. It's just like, it is like Adam's my own TikTok account, except it's their TikTok account. Okay, that's cool. This is in the golden age. You can have such partnerships come about. It's a guy like me who's already got his own channel, and I've got a lot of Bitcoin and whatnot, and opportunities all over the place. Look, I'm constantly in motion, looking for new things. This is a new opportunity. It's expanding my my media footprint, I guess, my social media footprint. It's good for them. It gets their name out there. So it's a great partnership. I'm really excited about it. It's linked to below. Tomorrow, Wednesday morning, hopefully the first one will come out. And the funny thing is, people have said to me in the past, like, Adam, your camera is terrible. And I'm like, get me a new camera. Well, Coinbeast did that. Remember, I had no phone? Now I got a company phone. Pound that like button, baby. The $1 million man always gets his way. I got a phone. I got a camera. All right. That's you gotta love those wrestling references I make there. Now, so anyway, there's so much opportunity in this space. The rich can get richer. I'm getting richer because of this, but anyone can. And also linked to below in this golden age, Alistair Milne lists his job opportunities. Any kick butt project managers looking to work part-time and remotely? I have a few small crypto projects and no time to manage. Reply below. Okay, so I linked to Alistair's tweet. If you're like crying now and saying you have no job, you can work from home, be a project manager for Alistair Milne. He will pay you. There are so many opportunities out there. So I hear all this crying excuses. Oh, 2020 has been terrible. I have no job. In the crypto space, in the Bitcoin space, on freaking fire, golden age. I'm even jumping on these opportunities, okay? And I don't need to. So, dudes, compete. Don't complain. There you go. I mean, you could say, it's unfair. Why does Adam get you can have the opportunities too. It's out there. I mean, Dennis got the gig with Coinbeast before I did. All right. So let's move on to some Bitcoin psychology here. And I'm just really quickly seeing if, anyway, So Bitcoin psychology. Trump is obviously in the news. He's got a lot of bluster. He's got a lot of confidence, and people put him on a pedestal and gone wild. I think people have commented. He seems so confident in what he's saying that he won. He must know something. I've heard that so many. He must know something. He's about to reveal something. He's about to reveal something. So they blindly keep on going. They keep on following him. He must know something. He's so confident. And he does have this aura. There's a very confident bluster about him when he says it was stolen. I didn't lose, et cetera, et cetera. And people are like, he must know some insider information he's about to. This is the same type of psychology that powers Faketoshi and BSV. He keeps on saying, I'm the real Satoshi. I know, and he basically says, I have secret information I'm about to reveal. And people are like, well, he's so confident. He really believes it. And thus, I really believe him. He must know something. Something is about to be revealed. Because he's got this bluster, he has confidence. He's such confidence and swagger. And it's insider information, and it's just around the corner. And I think Faketoshi really believes that he's Satoshi on a certain level. He really believes it. The truth, the quote unquote truth, or the big announcement is always around the corner, but we never get to around the corner. The goalposts are always changed, or they're just forgotten. This is what happens with Faketoshi. This is what's going to happen with the president too. The Kraken. The Kraken's got. I think you forget about the Kraken. There's no more Kraken anymore. There's this, that, and the other. Don't worry. And people are still saying. I'm sure some of you are still saying he's going to pull it off at the last second, and he's got this insider information. He's going to remain president. Yeah, just like Faketoshi is really Satoshi. That's how Donald Trump is going to. Faketoshi being Satoshi is the same thing as Donald Trump being president on February 1st, okay? Same thing. And you believe it for the same reasons. Like, he's so confident. He has to be right. This has to have happened. He says it. He's so strong. He's so confident. Now, okay, so, what did I say? So, yeah, he's got some type of, that he's got insider information, as I said before, and that it's blind faith in the president, blind faith in Faketoshi, and it just shows how people's minds work when they really want something, and they look for an authority to confirm what they want and to make them want it even more. So, okay, there's a lot of people that they want him to be president, and they need someone to tell them he's going to be president. He's telling them he's going to be president, and it makes them even want it more. And it's the same thing with Faketoshi. They want the next Bitcoin. They want someone to tell them that it's the next Bitcoin. He tells them it's the next Bitcoin. They think it's even the next Bitcoin even more than they did beforehand. Now, and so Trump and Faketoshi, they know how to play a certain segment of the population perfectly. They know how to play. Now, Trump's goal, what is Trump's real goal out of this? It's just to run it. It's to either run again or just to continue his popularity. What's Faketoshi's goal? What's Faketoshi's goal by playing this game? It's to pump BSV. And there's always, just around the corner, there's going to be more information, more insider information. It's just, he must know something. He's so sure of himself. All right, so that's that analysis of the political psychology, which is in the cryptocurrency space too. And I know it'll bother some people that wait a second. Trump is acting somewhat like a Faketoshi here, using some techniques of Faketoshi, or does Faketoshi use his techniques? One thing, no difference. A dozen, 12, whatever you say. Okay, now remember, everybody, on Parler, you can actually say the president's name on Parler without getting a warning like I do from YouTube. But a crypto Parler hashtag on Parler. I am the BitcoinMeister there. Hey, everybody. Monday's show, I just put into the live chat for all the people that are there. Do retweet this and spread the word. We want people to learn about, that the BitcoinMeister social media ecosystem is growing as of tomorrow morning. All right. Is that my first phone? It's my first ever smartphone. I've never owned a smartphone before, so I'm not too skilled with it, to say the least. And nor do I and I don't think I'm going to really use it as a phone that much. I'm going to use it for just recording the TikTok stuff. Apparently, the phone works better with the TikTok than the laptop. So they had this. They gave me the company phone. All right, I got a phone. They got me a phone, baby. And yeah, and I was darn serious when I told you crybabies who don't like the video quality, who don't understand what no fancy sets or graphics means. I was dead serious. If you don't like my camera, you get me a new camera. They put their money where their freaking mouths are, okay? Pound that like button. Again, if you want it, you're going to get it. If you've got conviction, you're going to get it. I wanted a free phone. I got a freaking free whatever that is. Free it's a smartphone. I don't even know what it is. I don't like. I despise phones so much. I don't even know the proper name of the darn thing. All right. So let's get in motion. In motion. You guys can do this too. You guys, anyone can freaking do this. You get into the Bitcoin overlay. You become self-employed. You look at these awesome opportunities that are out there in the golden age. You don't have to live in one place anymore. You don't have to live in your friend's city and feel guilty that you left them. You could travel all around from one Airbnb. I mean, I've done many shows on this before. It's the Unique Beast and the Coinbeast partnering up on the TikTok. And do I even watch TikTok videos? No, I do not. But they're reaching out. It's a good idea. They're reaching out to a new audience out there and trying to tell them about Bitcoin and stuff. It's very superficial. It's very short attention span, impulsive type of things. And so I wouldn't really enjoy watching them very much. But I can make them pretty darn easily. I mean, I can make one about I can make 15-second, 30-second videos real quick about each one of my freaking sayings if I want to. And I might just do that. And John says it's Hanukkah. Yeah, I know it's the sixth night of Hanukkah tonight. Thank you for reminding me. Of course, I will light the candles as I do every night. Now, moving on, Janet Yellen. Janet Yellen is about to become Treasury Secretary. So someone thinks she's pretty smart out there, right? Someone's putting her on a pedestal. But here's a great tweet about that compares Janet Yellen to someone else. Anyone who listened to the Bitcoin sign guy instead of Janet Yellen is up 736% in 3.5 years. Price of Bitcoin on that day, July 12, 2017, was $2,330. The price today is $19,500, and it's even better advice today than it was then. So Bitcoin sign guy held up a Bitcoin sign behind Janet Yellen at some hearing. And most of the normies, they were worshiping every single word that she said as head of the Fed. Every word, trying to figure it out. What they should have done was just listen to Bitcoin sign guy and said, buy Bitcoin. That's all. I mean, 736%. It's up since then. So we have another reminder out there of Cameron Winklevoss says, there are 3.5 billion smartphones on the planet. And now I got one, apparently. All of them can hold Bitcoin. None of them can hold gold. Bitcoin is the future. Now, some people have gotten all technical about it and say, well, the Bitcoin is not actually on your phone, and there's actually gold that's built into the phone because it helps power the phone. No, do you get it? Okay, we're in a digital age right now, and the phone. Everyone's got these darn phones. And it gets them one step closer to Bitcoin. It doesn't get them one step closer to owning a rock of gold. Okay, you can't put the rock of gold on your phone. You can't put Bitcoin and cryptocurrency on your phone, which I will not be doing. I'm going to tell you that. But there are 3.5 billion people out there, and they're with phones, smartphones, right now, and probably if I just got one, that means I guess in 2 years there'll be 5 billion people with them. So it's yeah. Just do the compare for the people that think that the gold is the future. There, it's a really good point that all those freaking smartphones can hold gold. Can't hold gold, but they can hold freaking Bitcoin. All right, now, and amazingly enough, I've been doing these videos for so long. I have over 1,900 videos at at disruptmeister.com. So go over there, and no doubt at Coinbeast soon I will have like a 1,000 TikTok videos, right? Now, and This Week in Bitcoin was on Friday. Nico, Keep It Simple Bitcoin, and Christian were on. It was a really good show. It's linked to below. You can go to techbalt.com, techbalt.com, and watch all of This Week in Bitcoin shows, or just follow me on Twitter at techbalt. Oh, I'm moving a million miles. Tomer Strolight has I like this tweet about Bitcoin. The Bitcoin market cap is $353 billion. Employees, 0. CEO, none. Marketing budget, 0. Hours of operation, always running. Location, everywhere. Incorporated under the laws of nobody. Its code is its law. Conclusion, it's not like anything you've ever seen before. Pound that like button. I love that description of Bitcoin. It does not follow any of the rules that are out there. It is truly a unique beast, a new paradigm. It's out there. It's always running. You don't have to worry about banking hours, and incorporated under the laws of nobody. I love that aspect of it. You know, when you open a business, you have to follow the rules of the United States. There's no rules there, and that there's no CEO and there are no employees. It's so good, so good. Okay, Mt. Gox. Andy Hoffman has a good tweet about the Mt. Gox thing. I'm not sure when this was released, but this was all that Mt. Gox trustee published today. Doesn't look like a flood of Bitcoin is going to hit the market anytime soon. I also linked to the Decrypt article about it. All right, dudes. They basically have an announcement about an announcement. I'm not really concerned about it at all. I feel for the people who lost their money there and that it has gotten delayed for so long. All right? It's a lesson learned. There are no refunds in Bitcoin. There are no, now that somebody goes, well, they're going to get a refund eventually, I guess. Yeah. But have that in your mind. There are no refunds in Bitcoin. That's another thing that makes it a unique beast. And no, once all of this actually happens, once they don't have an announcement about an announcement, it's not going to affect the market. Okay. Now there is a dude out there. He's got 10 ways to lose your Bitcoin. It's an article. It's a great article. Don't ever consider a multi-sig setup until you're 100% confident on the process. Keep it simple. There are no refunds in Bitcoin. So those were 2 of the 10 ways to lose your Bitcoin. Or well, one of the 10 ways, but there's advice in there too. It's a good article. It's a very good article. So it is linked to below. Now, the great Nick Baccia, who's been on this show before, Time Value of Bitcoin, some people know him as, he wrote an awesome article, Worlds Collide, Bond Issuance and Bitcoin Buying. All right, Michael Saylor is again ahead of the curve, and others may soon replicate his issuance of corporate debt to buy Bitcoin. He gets cheaper Bitcoin before the other entities do something like what he did. Okay, this is revolutionary. Issuing corporate debt to buy Bitcoin, bond issuance and Bitcoin buying. It's worlds colliding here. Corporate, and I will quote here, corporate new issue and Bitcoin markets will now be linked going forward. Investment banking trading desks will be forced to offer clients financial products that allow Bitcoin hedging and conversion for clients looking to replicate MicroStrategy's effort. By converting a balance sheet liability, its bond offering, into Bitcoin as an asset, the company is betting that its cost of borrowing will pale in comparison to the time value of money associated with holding Bitcoin, and the world will be watching to see the result. So yeah, this is a big experiment. He's guinea pigging himself, but I got to tell you, I think it's going to pay off quite nicely, and a lot of people are going to replicate. A lot of companies are going to replicate this debt issuance to buy Bitcoin. And hey, I'm not telling you guys to go into debt. Let those big boys go into debt to buy Bitcoin. It's this is so bullish. It's just a very good article. It's a very, very good article. And few people are even going to comprehend it or really care because there's no fancy sets or graphics behind it. It's important. It's all part of this, the revolution that he started back in the summer when I was going wild saying it was the biggest darn story of the year, that a corporation was buying Bitcoin. I mean, he's just taking it to the next level. He's ahead of the curve. There will be other companies in the future issuing debt to buy Bitcoin. And that's great for us holders. And yeah, it's amazing. Companies can just like print money like that if they want it. Okay, let them do that. That's not my business. That's their business. All right. This is BitcoinMeister talking about traditional finance here a little bit. Back of the napkin, if the calculation on his part, if the entire life insurance sector were to allocate just 0.1% of its assets to Bitcoin at current prices, they would be in the market to buy 251,400 Bitcoin for $4.5 billion or 1.35% of the circulating supply. So yeah, life insurance industry, huge freaking industry. If they just allocated 0.1% of their wealth, they would own 1.35% of the current circulating supply of Bitcoin. It puts it in perspective. These big boys, these big entities are going to get into Bitcoin in all sorts of different ways that you really can't predict. I mean, could you have predicted that companies would be issuing debt to buy Bitcoin in 2020? No. That wasn't on my radar, at least, and now it's being done. So life insurance getting into Bitcoin, why not? By the way, I mean, YouTube, it's really weird. A couple of times, and then a few minutes later, it reverts back to a prior version of my video, so the links get erased. So if anyone has like missed seeing my links there, I have to like redo the whole thing again. But the links, all the links that I talk about in this show should already be down there. I just want to say, YouTube is always adding these features which are bugs. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Hey, but compete, don't complain. I am on YouTube. I am on Parler. I am on BitChute. It's all there. It's all linked to below. And Dan Held has a great reminder. If your financial advisor hasn't recommended Bitcoin yet, fire them. And Steve Barber replies, and his reply is very telling. A retail wealth manager tried to sign me up. I asked him about his thoughts on Bitcoin, and he said the business he was affiliated with forbid him to expose his clients to it. So yeah, if you guys want to be in traditional finance and you want a traditional advisor, you're going to probably stumble upon a guy who's like boss stuck in the 1990s forbids him to expose his clients to Bitcoin. That is such it's a disgrace, and it's not making people wealthier. It's inhibiting. It's slowing down the people's possible wealth growth. If their manager, their financial manager advisor says, no, we forbid you from touching Bitcoin. Okay, we've got. You need to type before your message, or he won't see it. No. Someone's trying to send me a message. Apparently, UK BitcoinMeister says. Okay, here he is. Do you know Max Kaiser? No, I do not personally know Max Kaiser, and I actually don't. I met him once though. I met him at Tone's event. And I'm not a big fan of his style actually. But he's doing. We all can't agree on everything. We can't agree on everything, and he's a great. He's spreading the word. He spreads the word his way. I spread the word my way. What I don't like, I don't like his politics. There's some ridiculous things that he has received money from the government of Iran, and I cannot respect anyone that's done that. I cannot do that. He worked for their media entity. So that's my big disagreement with big thing I don't really enjoy about Max Kaiser at all. And he uses all this clickbait. He talks about 50,000, 100,000. $1 million Bitcoin. He could do that. He gets a lot of 80%ers excited. He can do what he wants to do and whatever. But so no, I don't know him personally. I don't worship him like a lot of people do in this space. But I met him and he was polite and everything like that. All right. Okay. Now, Yeah, I mean, yeah, go into his. A lot of people forget things from his past. You know, there was Max Coin. I mean, Tai Zen doesn't forget. Tai Zen talks very frankly about Max Kaiser's past, and but yeah, Max Kaiser, whatever it's called. What's the Iranian state TV called? He worked for them. He worked for them actually, and he repeated the company line. The Iranian line. He said some things that are very much related to their propaganda on their propaganda station. So, you know, he can do what he wants to do, but I have no respect for anyone for that aspect of his life. No respect at all. My God, how can anyone repeat Iranian propaganda? It's sickening. Now, but that's me. I mean, I guess he doesn't care. He really scapegoats the banksters. He has this obsession. This really sickening obsession that a lot of people do in this space about hatred of people in the banking industry. Now, he was in the banking industry. I have no problem with people in the banking industry. I don't care if they do their fractional reserve, whatever. That's it. They don't play in that space. I'm not gonna. I mean, I don't blame them for any of my problems. He and other people blame them for all their problems. The scapegoat. I don't like scapegoating at all. It really makes me want to vomit when personal responsibility is a new counterculture, and him screaming and yelling about the banksters for years and years and years, and other people doing it. It's disgusting. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. I didn't like my waiting in a bank line, so I bought Bitcoin. Okay, there you go. There's a solution. And he's telling people to buy Bitcoin, but he just keeps on going. The banks are going to be destroyed. The end of the world's for the bank. It's not the end of the world for the banks. The bankers are going to still be rich as anything. And if you're jealous of them, it's a you problem. It's a freaking you problem if you're jealous of some banker who's super duper rich out there. You try to be as wealthy as you possibly can be. It's all about the income inequality stuff. He's falling, and a lot of people in the Bitcoin space fall for that trap. Like, who cares about income inequality? Who cares that the banker made $1 billion last year? You worry about yourself. With Bitcoin, you're doing quite darn well. So be in motion right there. I gotta make I'll make a TikTok video about bankers. Like, stop being jealous of bankers. Worry about your darn self. All right. So finally, the great Visnook. I read this on yesterday's show, I believe. Watch yesterday's show, or I watched some show recently, but you might have missed it. It was so funny, this comment that he left in the comments section. On the 12th day of Christmas, Adam gave to me 12 hexers heckling, 11 likers pounding, 10 thumbnails simping, 9 noise rebuttals, 8 roadside onions, 7 bus stop apples, 6 intro sayings, 5-digit realm, 4 salmon heads, 3 dividends, crypto dividends, 2 strong hands, and a show from an Airbnb. And as you can see, I don't know the tune of that song very well because I don't celebrate Christmas. I've always found the song to be entertaining, though, and the different versions that people come up with to be hilarious. And that one was freaking hilarious. Let me make sure there are no other comments here. All right, pound that like button, Adam. Everybody, I'm Adam Meister. Click on the squares there at the end to see my my most recent shows. Thanks a lot. I'll do check out the TikTok thing. Pound that like button on TikTok. If you're on the TikTok, you guys have phones. You're on TikTok. You're millennials or something, or Gen Zers, or I don't even know the terms of the people who use the stuff. See you tomorrow on YouTube and there, I guess, too. Bye-bye. Thanks.